Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Pathfinder 2nd Edition Abomination Vaults Monster Interrupted. Tonight, we are at... What are we looking at here? We're looking at episode 6, I think. Yeah, episode 6 of our live stream, which you can catch mostly by 8 o'clock. There's always technical difficulties. We do appreciate you tuning in. But hey, sometimes we're a little early, just before 8. As like today, a little after 8, but not so bad. I hear that's a thing with everyone that tries to do a live stream. When last we left our heroes, we had an all-Canadian cast, an amateur cast, and a first-level character cast delving into what is happily known as the Ruins of Gauntlet, and they are poking around level 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you had just fought off a bunch of misflits and some maggots in the main interior of this ruined castle. A lot of the roof is gone, but there is still enough up there to traverse if anyone wants to get acrobatic. Several doors in this very large 25 by 25 shaped L-shaped room. Doors all over the place. What do you guys want to do? As soon as y'all unmute.
So all of our guys we're fighting are dead. My skeleton just gave a hug to...
Not true. Not true. One got away.
Oh, one got away. Okay.
Yeah. Showed Kuga how to open that door, remember? And he thought he was not worth going after. Had we thoroughly searched the room? Mostly. If you guys want to go back in that, but we're back in exploration mode, where we can all drop to stealth for half movement and possibly not have everything wake up again. Search rolls abound, or just pick a wall, pick a door, have a sniff. What strikes your fancy? I know you're a new cast, but I must say this is in between battles is a genuine, decent time for a little RP. How are we all feeling about this battle?
Do we have a map we could look at instead of looking at the Pathfinder screen?
You mean that
map of Gauntlet Ruin 1. Map of Gauntlet Ruins, yeah. If you pull up your images, it'll pull up in there. So we have the big area on the left here that hasn't been investigated yet. Are there any bodies left on the ground there?
Yes.
Or I'm going to go over and I'm going to rip off one of the arms of that maggot thing we were fighting. Put it in my pack.
Oh, okay. You notice that it's wearing some sort of threaded collar with scales jutted through it, like a necklace, like it's some kind of pet.
Can we do an investigation? Is there anything written on that, or anything that kind of
turning over
on there?
Turning over the scales, they don't seem to have any genuine markings, but they are, and they are crude. It is crudely thread together, but. As far as you know, with a knowledge nature check?
Let's see what I got here. Knowledge nature. All right. First roll of the day. 16 plus 4, 20.
As far as you know, a giant maggot is interested in moving towards food, eating food, and then moving towards the next food, not high fashion. So this was obviously placed upon it. Other than that, what do you guys want to do next?
So does it look like it's been there for a while? Is it like old, or is it kind of like fresh?
No, it's well, it's not really old, but I would say it's certainly been on this thing for days, if not weeks.
Okay. So
I believe before combat broke out, I was going to check the doors on the left-hand side here.
Okay. Just forcing those sacred special freebie rolls from your GM, right? Roll. Okay. You don't seem to find a trap. And one door is left slightly ajar as somebody exited through it.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to work your way around?
Yeah.
Okay. So while she's, just making sure the doors are safe, guys, what do you guys want to do?
I believe you commented about their being part of a roof or something or other up there.
Yeah, there's like this plate. The structure obviously had a roof, but there's a lot of cave-ins and a lot of structural damage. If you're careful, you could climb up to the roof and like get on top of this place. Actually, climbing from the exterior would probably be easier than trying to climb up a wall and then get up on the ceiling and through, you know, a hole, which would, if you get to the lip, is probably insecure enough that it would just, you know, pull down and you'd make a bigger hole. There's also, Astra, as you go door to door, you're also finding structural damage in the walls.
All right, so I'm going to head back out and see if I can scale a wall and get on top.
Sure. Can I have...
What is my closest? Is my closest...
out the front doors.
Exit.
Like the way the...
Yep, okay.
Oh, well, yeah, actually, you could follow Astra around and go out that wall. That's pretty obvious, the hole out there, yeah. See where she's in the corner here? This pile of rubble specifically in the corner is actually quite steep. You need athletics just to scale it. I've got her sitting at the bottom, and then just slowly as we're talking, you know, moving from door to door, making the odd check. But for yourself, you could climb that rubble with some athletics and then go out and up. Certainly closer to the ceiling because of said pile, if you wish.
Oh, so we're going... Where am I? So we want to go like over here? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, go up around the L and then out towards the east side of the room. Can I have athletics check as you scramble up that pile? And what are the rest of you guys doing?
So are we going back to where I showed you?
I see your I see your mini climbing this rubble. Okay, on the east exit. I'd like athletics from you. Some perception from Astra to back up what I'm doing. And I notice Craiga has moved down towards the door. He, you know, where are the other rest of the
No, that was accident.
Okay.
I just, I was taking off some of the goo from the frog from earlier.
No, this assuming happening while Naga's having, you know, having a leg party and you know, examining said necklace. And that leaves our
19. Did you just need one?
Yeah, pretty much. They kind of do a case, you know, you can give me a couple.
I hear scrambling over in the rubble, so I'm gonna go over and see what he's doing.
Sure. Back up your guy.
25.
Okay. Easy peasy. Up, and you can actually use the advantage of the rubble pile to get a hold on the wall, and giving me another decent roll, you can sort of scramble right up on what would be called a roof. Now, for imagination's sake, do you see where there is bare floor?
Yes.
Imagine that is where roof is intact. And there is the odd truss and like thin parts of the roof crossing to the other wall. But, you know, there's obviously great big bloody holes in the back of this L-shaped room, and half of the roof is gone in the forward section that we first came in, that kind of thing. Astra, those perceptions?
19 and 20.
Okay. You're slowly working your way around. I will get back to you. What's our champion doing?
Okay.
I was just going to start looking through rubble and around the room, see if I can find anything of interest.
Search the rubble itself. Perception, please. How long is your undead?
6.
How long is Slim going to stay with us there, Narg?
He only lasts for a minute.
Oh, okay. Now that we're like in the proverbial turns, it's like 1 minute. Yeah.
He's done. He's gone.
Now, can you cast that again today?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
No, I can only cast, as far as I know how, which spellcasting, I only prepared that once, so I can only cast it once.
I'm only asking because I would keep him handy. Like I'd put him on the side. We'll keep him handy, you know. Okay.
Or I would have dragged him along all day, but no, he's only for a minute.
The perfect porter, you know, like a bellhop. All right. So let me just zoom in on what we're doing here a little bit. Everyone's nice and spread out. Okay, so with roll reveal. Craig, are you going to have a look at this hill? Your buddy here, our muted monk, goes scrambling up the hill, making it look easy, and vaults himself up onto the roof, disappears. And you're standing alone in a corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him up.
Okay. Can I have athletics? And we'll just assume following the wall
You
lines.
can have all the athletics you want. Give you some athletics.
Corey, Mr. Knoll,
10.
assuming putting you on a wall is a good way of representing you that you're in a general area of that roof.
Yes.
Okay. But you are free to move about if there's something specific. Or are you just up here to do some perceiving?
I'd like to just, while I'm up here, just like to take a quick look around and before I move anywhere and see what I see.
Okay. Craiga, this hill has conquered you. You can't even get up the rubble. The damn dwarf loosened it all. That's probably what happened. And now all the firm footholds are just crumbling, and you sink into the pile.
Oh, God damn it.
And it comes stumbling back down.
Blast.
Bella Luna, as you poke from pile to pile, just making sure that nothing else is lying in wait, shadowing Astra. Nothing much else is going on. And let us assume that by the time our monk can literally be heard on the roof, Astra has completed half the doors, which brings me back to Nargrim.
Yes, sir.
Okay, not much with this necklace. Your party is fanned out to explore. What do you wish to do?
Well, first I'm going to grab off one of the legs of the
Yes.
maggot thing. Is in my backpack now.
Yeah, got it.
I'm going to throw up a detect magic, see if I can find anything. And
Okay. Always safe to blanket a room.
just kind of walk around and
Okay.
see what I can find around the room as I do it.
Just using it like a Geiger counter or like a metal detector, maybe shadowing the champion, as it were, since she's literally searching like visually.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Craig, do you want another crack at this roof, or are you gonna give it up?
I'm just gonna go over with these guys here and see what they're looking at.
Okay. They are searching through the room itself. They're just kind of doing the fine-tooth comb. There's a lot of debris in the center of the floor. They're just making sure they haven't missed anything in the way of treasure or creatures. If you want to tag in on that, give me some perception.
Yeah, I'll take a perception check.
Sure. Now I looked at Bella Luna so I could pronounce the name properly, but I don't think I got you to call out that perception, Bella Luna.
It was 6.
Oh, it was 6. Okay.
I got a 24.
Yes, you find the
I
clone.
hit the button twice.
Oh, okay, that's cool. You find a clone of Nargrim, and he just, pops up beside you. Convinced that this is a duplicate because the perception was so bad. No? These are the jokes. Exactly, right? Now, this is a trick to play fair. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And dig like shifting time. But it can slow the game, as in like everyone has a job, you're all doing stuff. If it's not so fruitful, yeah, you can switch off like Craig did. Not a problem. But the scene will probably focus on where the excitement goes to pull you guys to that. So with Astra completing the doors, without me necessarily pulling up 6 different room descriptions, we're going to say that maybe you found a trap and maybe you didn't. You didn't seem to find any traps. But the doors, most of them seem unlocked, Astra. Up top are Muted Monk, Mr. Knoll. It's rickety up here. I'm assuming that you can guess that there's the odd peak structure, but a lot of this upper floor, this upper structure was meant to house possibly like another level, as well as just like, I'm just trying to think of how I could describe this. This castle would be tiered. Not every roof is actually a floor to another level, but a lot of it is either attic or just peaked for airflow, or surprise, surprise, a stairway goes up and it actually went somewhere. Like that main staircase that you guys can see back in the bottom of the L. Upstairs there probably was a nice hall, that breaches over and comes down to another, like some rooms, but not necessarily the width of the foundation of the walls you guys are looking at now. Does that make more sense?
Yes.
Okay. You can see from your vantage point. Let me just scroll out here. Let's do a scroll for the visual. Ricula. From your vantage point to the south, you can see that the swamp and moat surround the castle on the east-south side, and there actually is sort of a stone archway structure that's open and leads to another separate structure, completely isolated on the other side of the moat to the southeast from your position. You see this if you pan out?
I do.
Plus, you guys have literally sliced into the center of this castle and then a hard right, and there are 3 gigantic areas with several rooms in each that we have yet to explore. And I think you're too far in the southeast corner to make much of what's going on in the northwest. But riding up, it was pretty obvious that there was a little island on the back northwest corner of this with its own structure that you guys could see from the road coming up. So there's lots to endure, lots to explore. Can I have some acrobatics from you, sir? Are you going to stay up here, or are you looking to shadow them from the roof and then maybe come jumping down if you're needed?
I think I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to sort of hang out up here and try to move along in the direction that they're going. I'm assuming that there are some peaks or some possible rooms or something that I can investigate up here.
There's a tower that's on the back. You see how the back wall, if you look to the northwest, the round in the center, that's an actual tower. That is the lighthouse itself. It's intact. But other than that, you're not sure if there's, like, if some of these roof peaks have any windows. You'd have to get much closer. I'll tell you this, though. Every time you do a full 25-foot move, I'm going to be asking for acrobatics. Not that necessarily if you blow something, you're going to fall through a roof, but there is a very strong possibility because this place is old and damp in a swamp and rotted quite severely. Now, as long as you stay directly on a wall where I have you, jumping a gap, 1 athletics check, you can wall run. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're fine. Won't be taking much acrobatics from you, or at least the DC will be lowered drastically. But if you want to just cross north, let's say that open area, without going out to the wall to follow them, I'm going to be asking for acrobatics, and maybe that might be a problem. We'll see. And I will get back to you as you decide to move. Astra, your doors are done. And guys, you've pretty much turned over this room with not much going on. Now, as far as actual treasure, okay, the room is empty, but you guys talked about, I believe it was Nargrim, looking at the bodies. And I went away from that. So double checking the room with magic and everything, pretty bare. Coming back to your actual bodies, you know, victims, as it were. If you guys pull up the party sheet, so if you go to the top right, there's those stone looking tabs. There's the cross swords for your combat, and then there's one that looks like an eye, a short case eye with 3 heads. You'll be pulling up the party sheet, and there's main, there's skills, and then there's inventory, and I can drop an actual inventory parcel of what you guys managed to salvage. And today, voila, a decent usable short sword and 10 usable darts. Everything else they had is junk, not worth carrying, expended, broken upon combat, you know, that kind of thing. Now you guys could take this stuff to market and sell it for generally about 50% of its worth, depending on market pricing. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. Or you guys can just go, sweet. But I can tell you this, Nargrim, with your magic up and running, your detect magic, this stuff is not magical.
Okay. Perfect.
However, darts are darts. They are daggers with considerably double, like instead of a 10-foot increment, they got 20-foot increment. They're a very long throwable dagger. And there's 10 of them. Very useful for if you guys find yourself short on ranged weapons. And short sword is a martial weapon, not a simple weapon. Anyone can use martial weapons. Short sword is always hand up backup weapon. What do you guys want to do with this stuff? Right now, unless anyone wants to claim something specific so that you can whip it out in a battle, I will just leave it in general party stash, and we'll say, you know, he who has the less bulk points, Greg, you know, will be carrying our stuff, and then, you know, that kind of thing. Fair enough?
Sounds good to me.
Is anyone interested in any of this stuff?
I may possibly be interested in the darts.
Okay.
But currently at this time, I am quite okay.
Oh, they can throw them at you. You know, he's in range, guys. Have at it.
Yeah. Never mind. Don't give them any crazy ideas. I can fall off the roof just as well by myself as they can help me.
They could toss them up to you, but it's not a bundle of 10 like ammunition. These are like, you guys could split them 2-2-2 or whatever you want to do.
I'm good where they are for now. I just may be interested in them later on.
Okay. So, pick a door, guys, or head out the wall into the swamp. Everywhere is explorable. It's an open sandbox dungeon. Isn't that neat? Go anywhere you want. Even on the roof, apparently. Something I hadn't really thought of.
No, something you hadn't thought of, but you were okay to promote.
Hey, that's my job. Make everything believable like it was written right in front of me. Oh, yeah, sure. It's tiered, but it's not. There's rooms up there, but there aren't. You didn't see the vagueness? You didn't catch on? No? Okay. I must be doing my job. So.
I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to go in the door that the guy ran through.
Okay.
The one that got away.
I'm going to follow her. I was thinking the same thing.
Okay. Forming up on our courier. Craig, Champion, and Monks of Plenty. Come on down.
No.
You want to say what?
I want to... Well, yes and no. I want to go here.
Here. You want to run 25 feet along the wall and stay on top of it?
Yeah.
Okay. No problem. Can I have a basic acrobatics check? And like I said, unless you fail really badly, then I'm not overly worried. 19.
I have a 19.
Now you've moved, it's considered difficult terrain, but we'll say you're taking like, double, triple moves here. So give me another one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. If you give me 3, I'll put you right on top of that door. It's a bargain.
Oh, there's a 13. Is that good?
You're fine. Keep them coming. And
24.
And everyone's stacking up this door, but I see Craig already drifting off to the next one. Yeah, that's right. Multiple encounters. That's what we want to see. You're good.
Sweet.
I wouldn't say you're there that quickly, but let me have a peek in the room here, and then you'll be caught up. Let me just do some. Whoop. Little bit of peel and reveal here. Yada-dum. What do we have in room number 2? All right. Showing off the room. A collapsed wooden staircase is in the northeastern corner of this room, winds up to a moss-shrouded hole, and goes nowhere. And yeah, Corey, from you actually can see, not in the room, but you can see an obvious hole in the roof. You know what I mean? And you can guess that it drops into the room they're looking in, or possibly the next room over, depending where that wall is. The expanse of the fog fen is visible through the collapse in the stone wall to the west. A dead frog the size of a horse lies sprawled in this collapse. Its back legs have been bitten off at the hips. So the hole on that west wall is so big, you guys can, the eerie swamp. We'll just turn the swamp up a bit. It's coming in. I'll get myself a frog body. Perception for Astra and those who wish to step in the room and risk the dangers of another empty room. Or you just pack up and go home. No shame.
7.
It's no shame.
9.
Come on, place your minis in the room, step right up. Just don't go too far. You never know what's going to come up and bite you. A frog body. Voila. Call them out as you see them pop up. Okay. Now, if you're going to move your mini, guys, I'd like you to actually describe what you're doing as you shift your mini. We'll try this in real time.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Is this a little platform in the northeast corner?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the stairwell that goes up to the hole in the ceiling.
It goes up to a hole in the ceiling?
Like, it goes up to a hole because there's no sort of second,
okay.
You know what I mean?
And it just, yeah. So I went up there.
Yeah, okay. So Craig slips in to the right, which is actually north, heads up the stairwell. The rest of you guys looks like you're heading into the south to the left.
I'm staying in the corner there.
I'm going to head to the door here.
Okay.
I got a 10. I got a 10 for perception.
Okay. And Astra got 6?
I got 7.
7. So cross.
I said it.
Yep, sorry. Crossing straight across and then down to the south. There's a door on a kitty corner room that Astra is now poking at. And the champion looks like you've just... What are you doing there, champion?
Just stepped into the room and looked around. My perception was 19.
Okay. Slip to the south a bit. All right. And outside on the roof, you can hear them. Mr. Knoll, with a perception? Did you already roll me a perception?
Negative.
25. You can actually hear them so well you can guess their positions. Not exactly, but you have an idea that like their neighbors are underneath. You know what I mean? You actually see like Craig's hammer poke up through the hole, look around like a periscope, come back down. You can hear the rest of them just like practically at your feet, you know, that kind of thing. And then movement. We hear, should I say, sorry, Mr. Knoll hears, you know, they have that great sort of rubble immersion sound where the rocks just start tumbling and cracking because they're single stones about the size of baseball chipping on themselves, very distinct crackle ping ping ping. Unfortunately, Mr. Knoll, that is all I can tell you. But for the rest of you, when Astra crosses the room, something begins to emerge behind her. And I wouldn't say that it's not too obvious that 2 more maggots emerge from the center pile as you guys just get into your positions and start poking and looking around, which brings us into another glorious encounter. Oh, what can I say? It's a dungeon. So, just double checking that you guys, I believe Astra had a 7, so I'm just correcting the initiative mods here. Nargrim, what'd you get for perception? 9?
I got a 9.
9.
I believe.
Okay. Our undead is gone. They're not here. And 19 for Bella Luna. Craig, did I get perception off of you? Craig?
Yeah, it was only 10.
Only 10? All right. So, starting with the strange sounds. Now, because of your perception check at 25 with a natural 20, you know that your party is not making this noise. I'll give you that at least, Mr. Knoll. What do you want to do? Something starts moving in that room that you're pretty sure isn't your party. And you're at the top of the initiative order.
Does there look like a spot through the roof where I can move and be able to see down from the wall?
Yep, right where Craig is. Because it literally is a hole.
Okay, then, oops, I want to move over there.
So if you head north and plop yourself like sort of haunch down and peek in, it'll give you a kitty corner down. It won't give you a perfect view of the room, but it'll give you 80%. Right.
Perfect.
You don't even have to lie flat, but if you take a knee and cock your head, you know.
Yeah, so let's do whatever I need to do in order to have a look down there and see what...
Acrobatics, please. Acrobatics as an action to move there. Take a knee for free.
Oh, 10.
But you're on the wall, so you're good. Acrobatics for 10 puts you in position. You drop a knee for free. You have 2 actions left. Did anyone see the awesome video by NoNat that I sent you guys today about talking about not spending that 3rd action on attacks, which I've constantly promoted, but all the things you can do with either your first or your final action? We're talking about all your skills. Intimidating to cause debuffs. Fainting, making them flat-footed. Your recall skill. What am I dealing with in the first round so that you guys have ideas of strengths and weaknesses of your foe, not in round 5 when you start losing going, okay, what do I remember about this thing that's kicking my ass? That's all I have to say about that.
All right. Well, what kind of penalties am I going to be looking at if I attempt to target with a Shuriken?
Pulling is a single action, and then firing it off, I would say. Well, they kind of have cover. It's like shooting through a doorway, so they would have like partial cover. They'd have cover from you, as it were.
Oh, that's all right. Let's do it. Let's target the closest one, and let's try it.
Okay. So, now I'm just wondering if I can give these guys the cover condition from you, but not from someone else. So, you fire off, but we may not be able to trust what it says. Well, I'm looking up cover here really quickly. It's not there. Where's my cover? If anyone wants to back me on this, feel free. Firing off a Shuriken. Next up is Bell. What'd you get? What'd you get?
I got a 7.
Oh, well, luckily that's not a critical miss. So yeah, you pull it out and it just whoop, drop it over there. Whoops.
See you, bye. It's worth a try.
And you're out of actions, which brings us to Bella Luna. You're up. Kraga, you're on deck. Get ready. Bella Luna.
I am gonna pull my bow and shoot.
All right. Pull the bow and take a shot. I wouldn't say these guys have higher ground or anything. These things are aggressive. Like they come out, like they emerge and they're like up top looking all around. So they're fully exposed. So I don't think they have cover from you. It's the roof that's screwing up our monk. So fire away. Oop, I guess, sorry, do you want to pick one? Shall we say the one in the center of the room? Or the one in...
Yeah, number 2.
Make it number 1, make it number 2. Okay. 10, okay. Now, third action shot, but it's not your third attack, so it's still not so bad on penalties. Because you used your first action to pull bow. Did you want to shoot a second time? They're just saying, like, with a -2 or -5 is not so bad, but a third attack, not a third action, must be clear, but a third attack is usually at -10, and you're just asking for a crit fail. So
18.
So, remembering this foe and a soft spot in the sort of ribbed, rubbery hide, you sink an arrow deep into its side and...
6
points. Bury it 2/3 of the way up the haft for a good shot, and this thing squeals and looks around. And looks at you. Kraga. Oh, isn't this lovely? You have a height advantage.
Oh, I have an idea.
Kraga? Did you want to share your idea, Mr. Monk? Cocking is free if your idea's for him.
Yeah, I don't want him to move. I want him to stay where he is because I want to utilize his height.
Oh, okay. Well, that's up to Kraga. I thought he was going to fly himself off this banister and come straight down these things, or he could just daintily tiptoe down the stairs.
Well, we'll see what he does.
Hopefully he unmutes first. Kraga?
Oh my god.
You know, I'd spent a week coming up with a nickname for Corey, and I decided on the muted monk, and now that's lost now because now we got to pick on you. What do you want to do?
No anymore because my camera's off. I just ordered a webcam on Amazon, by the way.
Okay.
There was like a $60 one for a really good deal. So
what do you
want?
Have
a webcam.
What do you want to do there, Mr. Roboto?
I'm gonna do. Oh no, really? Anyways, I'm gonna.
That was a subtle way to call it to let you know.
Tusk attack.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna rage first, so
okay.
I get my
one action to fly into a rage because every little thing sets you off.
Well, actually, to add some flavor.
Yes.
Newell, you're standing up on the roof and your feet start to feel warm underneath, and then you start to kind of have to shuffle your feet back and forth because it's getting too hot. Because I'm raging again, and you can feel the dragon's fire, and you see the silver infused tusks start to glow. And I all of a sudden just start huffing and going a huge sudden charge towards oversized maggot number 1.
Okay, you got to charge in a straight line, and he's literally down a stairwell in a hard corner. So Unless
it does have to be in a straight line.
I don't know. It used to be. If you can find that. Anyway, for right now, I'm gonna have to go with default of like I can't give you the charge. Now you can just head on down and attack away. Feel free. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is,
yeah, okay.
I mean, what I will give you though, not to go against Corey's plan, because I'd just love to see a monk riding on top of a Krega. That would just be awesome. But if you charge diagonally, like if you literally fling yourself, charge over the rail and come down on them, like the aerial.
I kind of was thinking, I was thinking that would probably be the most.
I can give you that, but you need space. And again, what you don't have in 5 foot on an angle, you have in height. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll just, you know what? I'm just gonna step down one.
Okay.
And then, because I'm within 5 feet, I'll stay on the stairs.
Okay, now you're gonna grant each other a little bit of cover, and even though he's gonna have a hard time hit to you, it'll probably just move. So you're probably best off, unless this thing gets attack of opportunity, which I doubt. You're better to move into a closer position. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, he's got cover from like the railing.
Yeah. However, a little bit, but you both get it from each other. You are a bit raised on the stair. He is a bit raised on the rubble. So this is a nice eye to eye. If you want to go for it right there, sure. I do like flavor.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing.
Okay.
Stairs.
Nargrim, get ready. You're on deck. Craig is swinging away, and you've targeted this dude.
So I've raged, and I've pulled out my weapon, and now I can attack.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a crit.
26. Yes. Would you like a crit card or just the double damage?
Just the double damage.
Okay.
28.
2 10s on D12s, plus 8 for 28. He just comes around the corner and just lambastes. He buries the potato masher, like the head just goes into the body, and now there's just this thing has a hammer where the head was.
That's not even plus the 1d4 for fire damage.
And then it bursts on fire. Like literally just crumples the front end, just crumples it up like a Volkswagen, and then all of a sudden, like, as the tail end just bursts on fire like a car.
It turned inside out.
Yeah,
and exploded.
It did.
And I just let out like a satisfied grunt. And
now I know patrons aren't supposed to talk to non-witches, but I'm telling you, you swear at the corner of your eye, you see Lucy give you a thumbs up. Which brings us to Nargrim. Nicely done, Kraga. Nargrim, what do you got?
Lucy, we have fire too, and I'm going to cast Produce Flame, and I'm going to throw it at, I guess, the oversized maggot number 2.
Okay.
So I can do 30 feet.
All right.
It's, I just roll my attack on him.
Yep, I got him targeted. Astra, get ready, you're on deck.
Natural 20 plus 7, so 27.
Roll out the crits. Would you like a card? Because there's crit magic in this. Or just
let's do it. Let's see what happens with that.
Gotta see some. Gotta go. I would suggest early in the fight, because this thing will mess up your opponents. Go for the card, and if you don't like what you're seeing, then just finish them off with damage, right? All right. Bomb or spell. Nerve damage. Normal damage, but the target is slowed 1 until healed. So give me your damage on that, sir.
All right, so it's a 1d4 plus my spell casting ability modifier. Would that be 7?
So you should actually have an actual next to your spell.
It just gives it 1d4. It doesn't have the spell casting modifier on there, but
but next to produce flame, do you see the blood teardrop?
Yep.
Hit that.
And so it just does.
Yes, but it'll target that to the creature.
Okay, so I did the crit damage there on that, though. That's the thing.
No, I'll keep track though. Like I said, your crit is the 3, so because it's the second dice. So unfortunately, I'm going to take that off. Like I'll give it back to him, but he takes.
So it would be 1 plus 7, as my spellcasting ability is modifier is 7. Is that what it would be? Because we did this wrong last time. I think I didn't add anything last time we did this. So it's 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which would be intelligence.
Are you sure? Because usually this is set up to do proper damage.
According to the effects of the spell here, when I say produce flame on a success, you deal 1d4 fire plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, I see it. Okay, so what is the actual... You run off intelligence, right?
Yeah.
So what's your intelligence?
+4.
So, okay, so...
It'd be 5.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, on a critical success, the target takes...
persistent.
Double damage and 1d4 persistent fire damage.
Right, so persistent will happen next round. So every time we come...
Okay.
So basically, just so it doesn't... it may go on its turn, but I'm pretty sure that every time... Because it's your fire, when we get to your turn again, remind me, and I just burn it for... or you burn it for another d4. And
okay.
I will let you, if you wish, keep that d3, right?
Okay.
As the persistent.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll do that. That sounds good.
Yeah. So, that is Nargrim. Let's go to Astra. Oh, sorry. Assuming you're...
Can I, while I have one last action, can I look to see if I can, from my distance, I'm pretty far away, if I can see another collar on these guys, or am I too far to see that?
Sorry, see another one?
Can I look to see if like, just because I got another action to do, I have a third action.
Oh yeah, third action. Do you want to move? You want to take a?
I wanted to look. I wanted to just see if I could notice any of the colors on these two guys or these two.
Oh,
we're too far away to see that.
No, but like I said, if you sacrifice the action for a perception check, then you're focused in, and I got to give it to you, right?
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So skill, perception.
Okay,
right?
so this just in from one of my guys. Thank you. Shout out to Matt Witt, one of our main cast members. Sudden charge does not have to be in a straight line, Craiga.
Sweet.
Matt, you've got your buddy Matt in your corner. But I'm assuming you still have to go 10 feet. Right?
I only rolled an 11 on my perception there, so
okay.
I can... I think I can move up to 50 feet.
Okay, well, yeah, up to, but double check to see if there's a minimum while I'm dealing with the rest of these guys. Nargrim, 11. As far as you can tell, it doesn't seem to have a necklace on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
And that's it for you, sir?
That is all today.
Bring us to Astra, who just wants to open a door. And then creepy crawlies come running out. What do you want to do?
I guess I pull my bow and shoot.
Okay. Slow motion does the turn. I heard the other elf hit something with a bow. I must react and do the same. Ah! Oh, sorry, I forgot to target that for you. 15?
That's all right. I rolled the wrong dice anyway.
That's okay. What's your plus? What's your first modifier? Should be on your character there.
One moment, please.
And this thing, let's quickly look up its AC.
+7.
Yes, you do hit.
+7.
You do hit if you want to give me. You just want to give me damage off of that bow.
I do.
Ping.
I love this program.
Just want to go up there and push your buttons. Do you just?
There you go. 4.
Do you just have a short bow?
Yep.
Not a long bow. Okay. 4 points, eh? Okay. No problemo. Anyway, chasing the other elf's arrow, sinking it deeper. Oh no, different. No, same. Yeah, sorry, same maggot.
Is it adding your modifier for the damage?
No, not all damage has mods, because like a ranged weapon uses the mechanic of the bow, not strength, right? Now, if you hurl a weapon, chuck something with your arm, you get strength damage, like a dart.
Yeah.
Earlier mentioned. However, bow has great range, because if you start chucking darts and it's like 20, 30, you're taking penalties, whereas a bow can shoot like way across a room. So there's always a trade-off. Anyway, Astra, pulling, shooting, an action left if you wish, if you dare.
Sure, I'll take another shot.
And I love your French chapeau.
I love this program. I love this program. I rolled a 20.
Okay.
And it didn't register.
All right. Should we put it to a vote? Do we believe her?
Do it. Give it
it's
to
all
her.
good.
Yeah,
I'll give it to her.
It's all good. there. I rolled a 4.
4.
Now
Looks
I
like,
missed.
looks like
There
it
we
looks
go.
like a 20. I say give her the 20.
I'll run upstairs and just like look on her monitor because like if it doesn't
Nah,
register.
Give it to
No,
her.
No.
it doesn't register. It won't be here.
Oh, okay. Then there's no proof. Sorry, I have to go with a 4. So a shoot and a miss. And that is you, madame. And now the bad guys. Well, one has a hammer for a face, and the other one... Exactly. Got hit. And now wants to... Ooh, who's the closest piece of food? I'm going for Kraga. 1, 2, 3. This thing comes scrambling over past its friend and wants to gnaw at our big barbarian while he's distracted pulling out his hammer from the dead friend. No remorse. Mandibles come scrabbling up your boot and find that soft, fleshy part right behind the knee. Crunch, and grabs you and gets you. But
disgusting creature.
yes. So first, you take 1d8 plus 2 piercing damage plus a grab, which I do with my final action. So I moved, I hit you, and because I successfully hit you with my attack and do damage, if I have an action left, which I do, my third one, it grabs you. So now this damn thing has a hold of you. And you need to, if you want to get this thing off you, there's a couple of options. Escape and this and that, or just trying to hit it. However, now that you're grabbed, trying to use a great big weapon, because we're like getting into like grapple rules, is not going to be very effective. But that's me. I'm done. Which brings us to the top of the round, which is now round 2. Nahal, Anvil Bender.
Now, just to interrupt, I think persistent damage takes effect at the end of the maggot's turn.
Okay.
It's a possibility. I'm just trying to look up the rules to confirm it.
But it wouldn't happen on the first round. It would happen on the second. You know, saying like you just lit him up with flame, right? Persistent means like happens later. So when we come back to his round and you get to the end of it, you know what I'm saying?
It's unlike normal damage. When you're subject to persistent damage, you don't take it right away. You take it at the end of your turns. So would the maggot take it at the end of the maggot's turn?
Oh, yeah, okay.
So you take another 3 damage, boom, right off the bat there from that persistent fire.
Gotcha. So now that I've finished my turn, it takes it now. Cool. Done and done, but I'm still standing. But thanks for that. It is relevant because it, I have to go back in time there. Mr. Admentine Bender, if that is your real name. What do you want to do?
I'll never tell.
What do you want to do?
Some things are always a secret. Let's see. This little maggot dude that's down there, is he pretty well bashed up?
His tail's on fire, but he seems really feisty because he's literally chewing and has a hold of our orc's leg.
Sweet. So it doesn't look like there's maybe a fairly weak board or a bit of a hole here where I could maybe jump on and fall through.
Yeah, well, since the hole's there, the surrounding roof would be pretty weak.
Okay, perfect. So what I want to do is I want to attempt to break through the roof.
Okay.
And land on Craig's head and spring off, and then in turn land on this maggot.
You realize you're bringing masonry and mortar and boards down on your friend, and you're going to hurt him probably.
Okay, so we don't want to do that. I don't want that much hole. I don't want that much. How far out do I have to go to get to the edge of this hole?
The hole is the top of the staircase. So if you just step like you're on the edge of it looking in.
So, right, if I was to go just one east.
Yeah, you'd fall through a hole.
Okay. What's the rough distance down there?
It's like the proverbial 10-foot drop. So that's basic athletics or acrobatics check to stick the landing without taking damage.
Yep, I want to do that.
Okay. So jumping in the hole. Woo! Acrobatics, please.
And you want acrobatics?
I believe so.
Oh, what was that? I can't see it.
17.
17.
Coming down with the power drive. One fist and one knee down. Boom. Looking cool.
Beauty.
That's one action. Got 2 left. What do you want to do?
All right. If I drop into a gorilla stance.
Yep.
Oh, no. I don't want to do that because I want to charge.
Got a dude in
Can
the way.
Yeah, I know. And I can't get around him, right?
Now, you don't have to charge in a straight line. So you could technically run down the stairs and go like wide angle at this thing. However, I don't believe you can charge on difficult terrain. And that pile, maybe the stairs, maybe not, but that pile is definitely difficult terrain. Because there's probably feats to allow you to charge on difficult terrain.
Well, actually, I actually have a rock runner. And let's see what it says. It says, your innate connection to stone makes you adept at moving across uneven surfaces. You can ignore difficult terrain caused by rubble and uneven ground made of stone and earth. In addition, when you use the acrobatic skill to balance on a narrow surface or uneven ground made of stone or earth, you aren't flat-footed. And when you roll a success at one of these acrobatics checks, you get a critical success instead.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad we didn't impose much, though. That last battle, you would have been able to get around a lot more if we'd brought that up. But
it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
My own fault for not paying enough attention.
No, that's fine. So yeah, now you can like totally run down the stairs and do like a wide hook, as long as you've got that within. What's your movement? 25.
25.
And it lets you sudden charge. Does it give you double? Can't remember. Well, sudden charge is an ability that the barbarian has. If you just want to do a charge like any character can,
you lower yourself to the ground when in this stance.
Yeah, it's only 20 feet to your target. You can just run at him.
Okay, so will that be an action?
Yeah, you've hit the stairwell. That's one action for the jump. The movement to get into position if you want to hook around, like so.
Yep.
Right, it's 2, and that leaves you open for an attack.
And I'm trying to think what I have. I probably have nothing equipped. I'm gonna punch it.
Okay. You're a monk, right? You're all kinds of feet and fists of flurry. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Go to town. So charging down the stairs and then like the old grappling hook to make a car do a hard corner, he slams his fist into the corner of that railing, breaking and splintering it as it's too much for his weight, flinging himself and scrambling quite deftly as a rock runner over the rubble and dropping himself in front of the maggot and slamming a fist into it with a
25.
Using the impact, just driving, his fist goes right into the side of this rubbery thing, piercing it with a big bludgeoning damage of
15.
And out the other side. He literally punches straight through the side, right behind the head. And, I wouldn't say the heart comes out the other side, but the knuckles come out and there's like, plop, 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 some slimy organs fall off his knuckles, and this thing just falls to the ground dead. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. That's got to be the shortest combat. A round and a half, not even. Well done. And then the loud sounds of the swamp quietly interceding through the hole in the wall. What do you guys want to do now?
You said there's a giant... like half of a frog busting through the wall here?
Yep.
Can I go over and investigate that?
Sure.
Check it out?
Yeah.
I'm going to walk over there.
Check out the big dead frog. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Finish playing with my door.
Okay. You don't have a perception from everyone that's searching, unless you guys want to do something very specific, like our champion is doing what?
I'm just going to continue to look around.
Okay.
Do you want perception or do you want like nature check or something on this guy?
That depends. First, you're going to give me perception because you guys are specifically doing the wonder. What are our 2 warriors doing?
So 14 plus 4, so 18 for me.
I got 14 for perception.
Has
12.
How many wounds did Craig take?
None. He's just really angry.
So there's no. No need for healing then.
He has, I don't know. It depends on you, Craig. Eh?
I have.
If you can get him to hold still for 10 minutes of medicine, I'll give you the numbers. Otherwise, you'd be like, "Don't touch me. I'm fine."
I'm at minus 7 HP. Well, I'm missing 7 hit points right now.
I've got you at 5. Where did the other 2 come from?
My temporary from my ancestry.
His rage.
Oh.
No, the rage adds an extra 3. I have 2 just from.
Okay.
I have 2 just from my ancestry trait.
2 wounds?
No, 2 temporary, like 2 bonus hit points.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm hold scarred.
When you fall out of your rage, are you fatigued?
No.
Okay. Because that's usually the follow-up for this. You have feats or traits for that specifically say you don't?
No, it just...
You have a second look where I'm going to tell Naga some exciting things about this frog. Nargrin.
Yo.
Exactly.
Come, let's look at the frog.
Yeah, the only downside to after the rage runs out is I can't rage again for 1 minute.
Okay. Examining the frog. The hero investigates the frog with a successful nature check of 18. Look at that.
That was perception. I didn't do nature. You said
perception. Sorry, perception. Give me Arcana or nature?
Arcana's higher. I'll go Arcana. It was 24.
This does not bode well, Sherlock.
Lucy, what happened to this thing?
It looks like it's had its legs completely chewed off, and there's certain fang marks and the residue melting of the acidic bite of a river drake. A very dangerous creature. Yes.
Is there any leftover?
As in drake. No, it's burnt skin.
Okay.
Okay. Now, can you use the acid on the skin? No, but it's like shriveled. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
Okay. Still an interesting sample as far as like the frog goes.
I'm gonna go check out what Narg's looking at.
Okay.
Are there still arms on this frog? Like,
the whole frog is there, and it's rotting, like it's been dead not too long, maybe a couple days, and something took a bite of it and maybe decided it didn't taste that good. Yeah, I hear frog legs are a thing.
Cragger, something was biting this frog. I don't know what it was, but it's big. Got acid too. Look at this; it's melting.
Oh man.
Oh, what could that have been from?
Lucy, any ideas?
Cat's like
nothing.
That's a dead body. What do you want?
I'll tell my other colleagues. I'll kind of give a yell across that something ate this frog.
You're a witch, not a necromancer. Give it up. Boss doesn't have anything to say. Mr. Smarty Pants.
Yep. So I'll share with the party. I'll kind of yell that, hey, there's an eaten frog over here. Something big got it, and I'll just tell the rest of the party.
Do you actually share your theory of what exactly got it? Or just...
I don't know what got it, do I?
Yeah.
Something.
I told you a river drake.
Oh, a river drake. Yeah, yeah, for sure I'll share that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure a river drake.
Okay.
Okay. Turning over the room does not reveal much else as far as our monk and champion's concerned, and our champion close enough to Astra, who's peeking into the next room. The door seems clean. Did you want to peek inside, Astra?
I do.
The interior of this watch post on the corner of the building has a wooden ceiling high above, but a thick mound of filth and animal carcasses heaped on the floor make the room anything but inviting. However, no apparent threat that's going to jump out at you. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do now?
Party like it's 1999?
Well, I'm going to rip an arm off this frog and put it in my backpack.
Okay.
You got a thing with body parts, eh?
Just arms. I mean, he can't claim he's a leg man or an ass man because, like, that's never left over. He's got his arms. But
that's true.
Arm, frog arm.
I imagine if I ever...
I let Nargrin know about this room.
Oh, fun.
Can't wait.
And then I'll go to the other door.
Okay, can't wait for the puppet show. Now, there's at a glance. Like, obviously, guys, there could be more. In a room.
I'm not getting in there.
No, but you're saying basically the room is clear, not clean, right? There's a difference. If a room's clean, you guys have gone through it. If a room is clear, there, as far as you can tell, there's nothing like in there lying in wait to jump out at you. Fair enough.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
No. I will go over to that door after she lets me know about it, and throw up a detect magic right in front to see if I can get any pings.
Okay.
As I watch Narg take the arm, I'm like, "Hey Narg, you need a hand?"
No.
Okay. Can I have a perception check from Astra, please?
Yes, you can. Eventually. Hey, first time. 11.
Okay. Nothing really stood out in that last room, and nothing stands out overly dangerous about this door. Now, did you guys want to just have Craig and Astra seem interested in popping, peeking indoors? I get the idea that you don't want to be jumped or whatever, but I do caution that you don't take on too many rooms simultaneously. So you guys want to deal with the guardhouse, or Astra, do you want to at least peek into this room and see what jumps you? I mean, see what is to see.
I'm gonna move over to Astra.
Hey now.
I was just gonna say I'm staying behind Astra in case anything happens.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Monkey, come look with me. And I call over you, Cognal.
Yeah, I want to go in here.
Okay. Nargum, are you entering the room, or are you just baiting the monk to do so?
I'm asking him to come over. I'm going to throw up a detect magic and get any pings, and then I'll
ping.
I'll go in and do a little bit more of a further inspection in there. Then
okay.
I'll walk in. Yeah.
Stepping in.
Yeah, I'm going into.
Stepping in the room is what earns that coveted perception check, gentlemen. Craig, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna go in that room.
Okay. 3 a perception check, and the ladies at the top, gonna peek in this room.
8.
Yep.
23.
I'm glad I brought you along.
I don't see anything, and I leave, and I go back out of the room.
I don't see anything, Mr. Monkey. What do you see?
But what if the DC was 5 and it was awesome? I actually appreciate you role-playing the numbers, but there is always that, oh, wait a minute. Obviously, I would have stayed if it was like the walls were lined with gold and the elf just is colorblind. The interior of this watch post has thick filth and animal carcasses, but after doing some roof running, Mr. Monk, you believe you spot 2 corners of an outline of a trapdoor in the ceiling.
Let's go after it.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the room, a collapsed ceiling in the middle of this room has left a ragged hole in the wooden roof, Astra. Rotten tapestries, their designs completely obscured by mold, hang in tatters on the walls between arrow slits, and ruined side tables strewn about. The remains of a fancy dining table lay mostly pulverized by the fallen-in ceiling, and you see a door on your right, which obviously exits out to the main room in whence we came. Also, not in the description, the exterior walls, I said one was fallen in. There is a southern wall in the room where everyone was fighting the maggots, and there is exterior walls in the bottom corner where our monk and our witch is, and Astra. 3 exterior walls in this, it's a square room, but set on a diamond-shaped triangle. Arrow slits.
Yep.
Can you guys see them?
Mm-hmm.
Massive arrow slits. Yep. Like you guys could stick your face in there and see outside. Well, you see lots of fog, but just saying, there's massive arrow slits abound. So, keeping relative to time, Astra, did you and the champion want to at least step into this room? Because those guys have stacked on a door that you've expected, gone in, had a look. Craig has doubled back. So I owe the girls just a wee bit of time. Did you guys want to go in and have a look? or just
I'm
wait?
sure I'll go in and have a look.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll go in.
perception all around.
13.
19.
Have a little peek.
Can I move up into the room with them as well, or gotta...
now, like, so these guys have come in and kind of done, I wouldn't say a once around, but at least they've done the obvious, like, you kind of spill in the door, 5 foot left, 10 foot in, look around, see if anything catches their fancy, right? You can hold that perception, or if they catch interest in, like, okay, we're gonna dig into this pile or whatever, then I might even reallow perception. Yes, Craiga, now that
so, like, yeah, I'll come back over here
now that the monks,
you elves scheming up to over here.
Okay. Our monk, are you gonna climb a wall to try and get up to this thing?
110%.
All right. Do you let your buddy know, or you just start climbing? Because you do randomly climb, so.
Well, I do absolutely. No, we're gonna let Narg know.
Okay. Would you mind
Narg, my friend. Narg, my friend.
What's that,
There's a
Mr.
trapdoor
Monkey?
up there. I'm going up after it.
What is a trap door? I will. I'll watch from here. I don't like to climb very much.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Athletics, please. Da-da-da.
Dun, da, da. 21.
Oh. Scrambling up to a trapdoor. Awesome. You are peeking around, and there's that sort of window slit lit light, like from gaps in the. You ever go into like a barn, you know, and the boards are spaced, and you get that sort of ambient light. Okay, now again, it's diffused light through swamp, but there is enough light in here that your dark vision doesn't necessarily have to really react until you peer into a dark corner.
I'll cast light on his belt, just so that it casts up and lights up the room anyways.
Oh.
Or is there something he's carrying that I can cast light on to give you a little bit of help?
Well, he does. He does have dark vision.
Oh, okay, so he doesn't need the light then.
Oh,
Yeah,
I need the light because the monster can't see him. So cast away.
No, never you mind. Don't give him any crazy ideas. He can get those on his own.
A giant fly the size of a pony hears the trapdoor pop open, a squeak.
The size of a pony.
The size of a pony. The bluish green coloring. We're gonna say mostly blue. No, mostly green. Shuffles. Nargrim.
Yes.
Yes, there's boards in like a 10-foot width that just suddenly creak as a 6-legged heavy creature shifts its bulk up there and immediately scrambles towards the trap door. But before we set you guys with your athletics check and perception and such not as initiative on that side, let's talk about the other room. You guys want to fan out and give it a proper look?
I was going to say, I never gave a perception.
Sure.
21.
21. Okay. Stepping into the room. Elven eyes are
moving north a bit.
Elven eyes are keen at 19, but it takes a perception of over 20 to find tiny bones scattered in the rubble.
Make a nature check.
Little skeletons.
8.
Goblin, kobold, something diminutive, and something basically humanoid because there's like femurs and stuff, but can't quite put your finger on it. 8? No. The great debate with an 8 starts as you guys start, digging.
Great debate with an 8.
Well, he spots a couple bones and starts digging, and it's like just, Astra, I'm assuming, just kind of go, really? Sticks her hand in her pile, and oh yeah, look, there's a bone right there. Yeah. You guys want to start digging? Perhaps the ceiling killed them.
No maggots have come out yet, right?
Nope.
We're maggot free zone right at the moment.
At the moment, like you guys have made less noise and gotten closer with those hills exploding with hungry maggots, and Craig is in there just like do, dig. Nope.
So sure, we're gonna have a look.
Okay, so you guys start turning over this room. All right, so let's call for an actual combat encounter. So we had, what was your athletics check to get up here, Noel? 21, I believe. Yes. All right, and then we have Bella Luna's. You were about to. You stepped in the room. You had to look around. Did you want to do the big search with Craig, or you're interested in just sort of being? There is an advantage to that proverbial holding your position with your original perception, because if they're focused on digging on something and something like comes in a window, whatever, you're probably going to see it first.
I was gonna say I'm gonna let them do the search, and I'm gonna kind of watch their back.
You want to guard, okay? So what was your original coming into the room perception?
13.
19.
Okay. Astra, rolling an 8, trying to figure out nature is actually what's going to hold you, because that preoccupies your brains.
Oh, poo.
Sorry. Sorry. Also, Craig with his 8. Nargrim, what was your original, because spells and stuff, you didn't have like a number.
My perception getting into that room was an 8.
It's an 8. All right.
Mm.
Okay. So
let me check. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. So, setting the scene. Let's start. Funny enough, with. Well, it could be a battle. Let's crank up ye battle music. Noel Anvilbender. It's looking at you. The trap door, as quiet as you tried to be. Well, I didn't really ask for a stealth roll. You got up to the trap door. You pop her open, and like debris and mud start falling, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like, ugh. Peek, and this thing kind of goes, huh? And immediately starts scrambling towards you. But right now it's just turning, and it sees you. What do you do?
Change my drawers.
You could drop to the ground. You could jump. You could jump in there. You know, you could scream for help and then jump in. Yeah, screaming and peeing is free.
Screaming and peeing is free.
Well, you said something about your drawers.
You're funny.
Free action.
Free actions. Just having a little look at a couple of things here.
We were playing Age of Ashes Friday night, and Matt's playing a rat folk, and something scared him. He said little pellets come outside of his leg.
leave it to Matt.
There you go.
All right. So I am going to, being the crazy person that I am sometimes, I am currently sort of hanging on the lip of this trap door, correct?
Yeah.
Where you placed me?
Yeah, you're.
All right, and this creature is coming towards me. Is it flying or it's on legs? It's on legs.
It has
right?
it has wings, and it's like standing on the floor. You peek and you see movement. You're drawn to it. Your eyes are focusing. No, I don't need a light spell. Thank you very much. There's enough ambient light lighting this thing up horribly, and your eyes begin to adjust, and you see one thing moving, and you react.
Does it look like... so I'm going to react. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to flip up into the air. Does it look like it's coming close enough towards me that if I was to flip, I can land on its back? With a really stupendous, perfectly good...
grab or something?
Roll?
Yeah. Do you have... don't you have something like Titan Maul or something that... or Fenbog Grappler that lets you grab big things?
No,
Yeah, your background game.
Oh, I have the Titan Wrestler.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
You can attempt to... Yes, I have... you can attempt to disarm, grapple, shove, or trip creatures up to 2 sizes bigger than you.
Okay.
Or up to 3 sizes larger than if you're a legendary in athletics, which I am not.
Okay, so it says pony, not horse, which means this thing actually is like a 5 foot... It's the size of you. Like it's...
Right.
It's... You know.
So I can definitely do that. All right. So what I want to do is I want to flip up onto the floor. I want to see if I can grab a hold of this thing in sort of a traditional I'm going to wrestle the bullfight and see if I can
totally
spin it to the ground.
Okay, so I need acrobatics for the flip.
Skills. Oh, please be the dice. Have me the dice continue to be good to me. Oh, I got a 10.
Okay, so not good enough to land on its back. So you start flipping and do the roll, and you're ready to, like, you know, do the spring, as it were. And this thing, you know how jittery flies are, like with a fly swatter, right? You spring off and you get up, and it just kind of shifts its position, and you're like, no, that's not going to work. And you just, you know, stabilize. However, you can still try to reach out and give your, you know, it's not so bad that you fall or anything. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, let's see if we can...
you do the flip, you come down, it's not quite where you want it to, and now we'll say that you are actually... Like, it doesn't give me a room for this fight, so now you have to imagine that Nargrim is below him, and the fly and the monk are sort of a level above in the same space.
All right.
Okay.
So, am I close enough to see if I can attempt to grab?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Right, so...
Athletics versus my fortitude.
20.
Oh, sorry. Give this thing a target. Targeting.
Everything okay, monkey?
Don't I yet?
You know, you see something shift and make the boards creak, and he goes, whoop, Spider-Man. Oh, shit. Not yet. Yes. Okay, so you grab him. You have a hold. And you have an action left.
I'm going to drive it with my fist.
Okay, let me give this thing the grabbed condition. See if that's any kind of bonus penalty and stuff for it, you know, versus you. Am I grabbed? Where's my grab? I am grabbed. Ha! Okay, he's grabbed, so now you should be able to hammer away, and we'll see what's what.
21?
Yep. Smacking the fly.
For an 8.
Okay, so you don't manage to ride the pony. But you do manage to get a solid hold on this sucker and just connect like the bar fight bouncer, you know. And that is you. Now it's its turn. And
Great.
And this thing tries to bite you in the face, grabbed or not, and I'll take the penalties. Yeah, no kidding. I'm just going to use my mandibles and turn and bite you in your face. Hit,
that hurt.
Hit Mr. Knoll, and you take chomps down on your arm. And Mr. Knoll, partially absorbed damage. Look at that, Mr. Knoll. I wonder why you partially absorbed damage. Possibly because you have something against... Oh, I wonder why that is. You were supposed to take 6, but you only took 4.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I don't know. Well,
obviously I don't have much choice, but...
Perhaps I can't damage you effectively because of the, you know...
Because I've knocked you half senseless?
Yeah. Can I have... Oh, you know what? We're gonna do this by the book. I have a Post-it note here. And this might take an entire week in real time, not in game time, to resolve. So we're going to say, monk, make a little note. And I'm going to come back to that later for something that may or may not happen to you. Because not all effects are immediately apparent in this game, which is very, very cool. Anyway, this sucker takes a chomp, and, you know, you're grabbing away, and I'm going to take my -5 and chomp again. Natural 20. So it chews you in the arm, and you're flailing, getting a hold of it, and it just takes advantage to, like, chew its way up to your shoulder. And you take 18 points, 2 6s, and 18. Ow. Nasty. Now, I don't have a name, but actually, you know what? I do.
Yeah, it's called Dirtbag.
No. This thing was named by the residents. but I'll let you decide. Would you like to decrease some of that maximum damage and I'll just pull a crit card and see what happens to you with single damage? Because I believe that might have just dropped your butt.
Yeah, it puts me into die, and I'll take the crit card.
All right.
I'm game.
Piercing.
Let's all have a moment of silence
Infection.
for our friend Newell.
The target must succeed at a fortitude save or contact filth fever. Pathfinder Bestiary 258. Can I have a fort save, please?
Where do I find my fortitude?
Should be on your main page.
Main.
But the good news is
on the main page on the
there it
bottom
is.
left
of your or right of your thing.
Got it.
I'm going to take 9 wounds off.
Oh, 17.
Where was I here?
Beat it. I beat it.
Yeah.
I beat it.
One second.
I beat it.
I'm trying to give you some health back here. Okay. Right. So, and I'm assuming that 258, eh? I'm sure we want to look that up like right now. So what have we learned, Dorothy, about charging off on your? You think the rogue that's opening all the doors would get it, or Kraga, who doesn't open a door, he opens a door while stepping into the room, going and, but no, the sneaky dwarf.
And when have you ever found me to play by anything that's normal?
No. I just just having a go at you.
Of course you are.
Beastie, right? 258, huh? Okay. I want to know if the onset time of this, like, this is worth the trip to Acton. I want to see if this is 258. Come on. 66. Anyway, while its turn is done, popping up there, seeing what you could see without taking additional perception, out of hiding, dropping from sort of a bramble nest at the top, a second fly drops down next to you.
Front row.
Hi there.
Stop.
And moves to feed on our monk. Well, hello. And chomps you with manacles and does damage. And you take 6 points. Hey, but you still have 3 left. At least you're awake. This thing drops down and just starts chewing away on you.
Monkey.
Just starts chewing away. 1 attack.
I'm picturing like the movie The Fly here.
Actually, I'm only gonna do 1 attack because I actually held it for like stealth. So, okay. Well, Bella Luna is telling me what she's doing. Nice and quiet over here.
Does it sound like they're having trouble over in the other room?
Yes.
He's yelling,
Two rooms.
Okay.
Can I have a perception check, please? You guys did this to yourself. I'm not gonna make you just.
Still there?
I am not gonna hand wave the like. Oh yeah, you're all good. Everybody rushes to. No. 2 rooms away. I'm sorry. Filth fever. What'd you get?
16.
Oh yeah. You can hear them. They're not like making searching sounds. You just hear like it sounds like the monk may have fallen through a floor or whatever, because basically there's muffled monk and then the witch is going, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" So maybe he just fell in a hole or something.
You all right?
You know.
Hello. What's happened? Is it treasure?
Okay, well, I will tell the others. It sounds like our companions might need some help and start making my way over.
Okay. 1 monk. Can you roll a d4 for me, Mr. Monk?
Looks like he might not be there.
He's dead. He's no longer responding. All right.
Oh.
Perception? I'm guarding. Do I hear something? Yes, I best warn them. I'm going to have you skip to your last action to fly into action, just to be certain. As the proverbial delay. You want to run off? and see what's what.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out to the other room.
Okay. Something's going on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You have a 25-foot move?
30.
Ah. 30. Put you there. You can go straight with the rubble, but then there's all that terrain difficulty and stuff, so. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Oops, I did the flies out of order. It was Noel, bad guys that got away, Bella Luna. You hear something, you come running, the flies attack, so I'm not going to take anything back. Astra.
Yes.
Astra. Dig, dig, dig. Okay, so, you keep finding more and more bones, and then you start finding, like, gear, which prompts you to, like, okay, well, if they've got stuff, the monk can take care of himself. No, there might be stuff in here. Yeah. What do?
No, I'll go help the monk.
All right.
Help! Stuff's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Monkey, you okay? Hello? What's happening?
Not being a total dick, for one character to pause and decide you need help and cost a couple actions is fine, but from there on after, I'll just say that, you can fly into action. So that's a single move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Puts you at the door. And a third, did you want to pull weapon here? Or just move into the room?
I'll pull my weapon.
Okay. You see Nargrim looking up. And you see an open trap door. And you see Dustin shuffling, from boards creaking above. It's kind of obvious because Nargrim's standing there, and that's you finished. Kraga, you remember that 21 perception?
Yeah.
Well, it's actually you that goes bones, bones, gear. Ooh, little metal box.
Ah.
Yoink. Right? And there's Astra, going, stuff, gear, I guess I'll go help.
Yes.
And, sees you pulling this box out of the corner of her eye as she turns to go. But it's like, huh.
Damn it!
I'll see what's inside the box after I
Okay.
go save my good dwarven buddy.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. Pretty much
And-
push you here.
I don't think we've ever taken into account, but my speed is actually 20
Oh, really? Okay. Let's back that
because
shit
of my
up.
breastplate.
Okay.
Because I'm wearing a breastplate,
Ah.
which is -5 to my speed.
Yeah, we never really had to do more than 5-foot charges, right? So you're digging in this pile. You gotta
Yeah.
step out of this crap, which costs you 10. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 20. Yeah, that kind of puts you about there behind Astra. And also having our Astra, I'm just going to back her up to the side of the door because you guys are knee deep digging, so you're kind of in the pile in terrain. You got to remove your butts from it, so I'll put you there. Okay, so that's you, Craig, which brings us down to Nargrim. So now we have Astra has managed to cross the room and is practically at that door towards the third room where the monk's gone in the little tiny castle house thing. Halfway across the room is Astra on the side of the rubble pile. Right behind her heels is Craig. The frog lies there still dead, not 10 feet away in a gaping hole. Now in not quite the middle, but on the north wall, center of the room here, you guys got to put yourselves in squares, would be helpful. We have Nargrim looking up, calling to our monkey. And he says he's fine.
Yep.
He doesn't know. So what do you want to do?
Well, I assume I hear him kind of getting munched on there.
I'll tell you this. Lucy's looking at you like, no, he's not fine. It's just...
So, am I able to, is it something I can climb up to
Sure.
with one action?
Oh,
or
yeah,
would it take
yeah.
a couple more?
No, athletics.
Okay.
If he can do it with a 15 athletics check in single action, so can you, damn it. We just don't want to show
All
off in
right.
front of him, makes him upset.
Let me just check and see something here. I just want to see what I can do.
Athletics is his thing, you don't want to upset him.
All right. That would take an action, though, right, to get up there?
Yep.
All right. Step one. Let's climb up there.
Okay.
I'll see if I can climb up there. Sure.
Give me athletics, please.
Athletics check it is. Athletics.
Dun, dun, dun. 10. Okay. Nope. Try again.
No.
It might burn all your actions to get up there with several attempts, but there's nothing saying you can't. You didn't fail horribly. You didn't critically fail, so.
He's toast if we don't get up there to help him out. So yeah, I'll try another try up there.
Okay.
Ugh.
Natural
Critical
one.
fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get up there and then you actually fall, but failing athletics check when you don't start at a height doesn't necessarily mean a fall. So what I'm going to say is
how far is it? How far is it anyway? How far of a fall would it be?
Like a good 10-foot drop, like the proverbial D6.
Because I have cat fall, so I always land on my feet for 10 feet or shorter.
Oh yeah. Cool. Did you make an acrobatics check for that?
Nope. It's just whenever I fall 10 feet or shorter, I land on my feet.
Okay, it doesn't mean you don't take damage though.
Your cat.
You don't fall prone, but like there's taking damage and there's falling prone and taking damage. Like you could still possibly go, oh my shins.
Okay. Treat fall. Take treat falls as 10 feet or shorter. Okay. So I gotcha.
Yeah, just saying. Like keep reading.
Yep. Yep. I gotcha.
Third time's a charm. I'll waive that for now. So he runs up the wall and then just like a cat, the cat bails out of the way last minute and he's like, and then all of a sudden
I fell twice. So I critically failed the last time. So what happened? I just fall flat on my back?
No.
So I still have a third action, or am I?
You still have a third action, but like I said, if you do fall, you manage to instinctively, and having a cat patron familiar is awesome. Yeah, Astra sees it. No, actually, no. The wall's in the way. No one sees the supernatural you. You do the cat back twist and you just get your feet under you. And you still have an action left, and you're standing. We'll talk about damage, if any at all, maybe in a moment.
All right. I need to save my monkey friend, so okay. I will get up there.
Okay.
Last try. Third time's a charm. There we go. 20.
Okay, he gets up there.
I'm coming, monkey.
All right. So okay. You climb up and there's nowhere to go. Like he's proverbially, oh, actually, no, sorry. There was a bit of a flip. So we'll put the monk here. So you're kind of like peeking out the hole.
Okay.
Okay. So you're like, you've got the sort of arms up. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like up to your armpits is above and there's like, a person dangling at the back kind of thing, braced it like 1 foot on a wall, leaning in hard on a rib, and they're just like right on top of you and on him. And,
gotcha.
And you're done, sitting right there like a dinner plate. Round 2.
Gotta give him another target.
And I'll see if you can't find anything up on that catfall for me either way, and I will deal with Mr. Corey Anvil Bender. I mean, Admentine Bender. So many dwarves with Bender in their name. I'm getting confused. Noel.
Yes.
This is fine. This is fine. You only have 3 hit points of damage. You only have 2 opponents. You have 3 hit points and only 2 opponents. So it's 3 against 2. You're good. You're fine.
Yeah.
Dwarven math. So what do you want to do?
Let's see.
Oh, and Nargrim pops up through the hole.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
You could dive through the hole, take an acrobatics check, ride Nargrim to the ground, and risk less than 3 points of damage and come out of it unscathed. You could stay up here and probably not survive another round of those attacks. Or you could do something heroic. Like roll up a new character for it, because you never know. No. There's no negative hit points, there's no dying. Nah, not in this game. It's just falling to 0 and waiting till your friends wake you up.
Yeah. So let's see.
You mentioned healing. Can you heal thyself? Do you actually have like combat battle medicine or anything like that?
No, just heal it. Just a healer's kit.
Okay. So no, you need 10 minutes of quiet time. I don't think they're going to give that to you.
Yeah, I don't think so. Now, I could bail. That doesn't seem like a very heroic thing to do, and to leave Narg here to get chomped all to bits.
Well, you'd have to push him through the hole, like he's blocking it.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to, let's see, what do I got that does the most damage?
Doesn't sound heroic, but it does sound like a, play the same character next week kind of move. Just saying.
Yeah, I know, but
Do you have any engineering?
I don't want to,
If you spend actions to survey your surroundings, perhaps there's structural damage. You could just burst out a hole in the wall. Go up.
I don't have it.
Go
I
up instead of out.
I do not have engineering.
You could, find a crack, take a hole, and take a chance. Problem is, you might take the same kind of damage bursting through wood, and then falling onto the ground, or, you know what I mean?
What was the distance I climbed to get up here?
If it's a single check and you climb like 1/4 your movement, and it's like a 5-foot, I'm assuming it's like an 8-foot ceiling.
So it's not. So it's.
But
Theoretically not that far.
it's the 8 to 10. Like if you fall through the hole and you hit stone floor, you're gonna take the proverbial 10-foot D6. Ow.
Yeah, but if I dump on Narg and land on Narg, he's going to cushion some of that, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, the question is do I want to take Narg down? I don't want to die, but I don't want to take Narg down either. Oh, what should I do? What should one do? Why
Remember,
can't
if any fall that I have is treated as 10 feet shorter than it is, so you didn't know that though. So
Yeah. You can go full defense. Try to up your AC and just hold off. Like tell him to move, right, and then go full defense, kind of thing. You could also spend 2 actions to ready an action. So if there's a trigger, like him disappearing, that second, you go for it. Unfortunately, they will go before Nargrim goes, and you're tag teamed at the moment. Maybe one will become interested in him, but right now they literally have fangs and like mandibles in your carcass, and he's like a little dude sticking out of a floor. So
right. So they're in my carcass. So even if I move, they're coming with me.
well, you've grabbed one. If you want to move, we have to get into grappling where you're like pulling it.
No. Oh, there's 2 tag teamed at me, and they're gonna move at me. What's the chance that they'll ignore me? There isn't none.
If the turn order lined up differently, you'd have more options, but
yeah. So I think in light of what's going on, I am going to do the best that I can to go into full defense.
Okay. Do you have any gear? Do you have any distractions? Smoke bombs? Anything?
Yeah, no smoke bombs. Let's see.
Like you have your standard pack. I know everybody has that, but did you, when you were shopping, did you happen to like, ooh, this looks neat, and buy something?
Well, I got a handheld musical instrument, but I don't think that's going to do me a lot of good.
Okay.
I have a pop tent, but I don't think they want to go to bed with me.
Okay.
So
they might sleep on your remains, but no.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably what's going to happen. So we're going to. So how many actions will the full defense take me?
That's a very good question. I believe it's a single action, and you go into full defense mode, and then you can still move.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go. You tell me if I can do it.
Okay.
I want to go into full defense.
Mm-hmm.
I want to back up as far as I can.
Yes.
Okay, and I want to draw my clan dagger.
Okay. Full defense, back away. So you let go of this thing for free. Stop grabbing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go full defense, try to back off, and pull your clan dagger.
Yes.
Okay. And that is you done, sir. And while I go through the rounds, I'm hoping, because if you guys can pull up the Pathfinder SRD alongside me, or, call in now, call 555, Jeff isn't fast enough on the rules. What full defense does, I believe there's taking -4 to get a +1 or +2 if you're going to attack, or there is the take no aggressive actions, but you get at least +2 to 4 to your AC. Ah, there we go. Lovely. Reaching out to one lost hippie. Wait for the delay. Joe, I know you can hear me. Full defense. How many actions does it cost? I know he can't take any attacks. And how much does it bonus to his AC? Well, we go to Bella Luna, please.
I'm gonna continue heading towards the room they're in.
Nargrim, you can fall 10 feet or less with cat fall. I've got my resident rule lawyer online here. I've asked some of our original cast and some of the guys who are quicker on the draw than me to sit in and watch the show and give us a hand.
Excellent. So yeah, it treats any fall as 10 feet less than it is. So if it's a 10-foot fall, it's like I didn't fall at all.
That's the good news. The bad news is if you fall 10 feet, you take 5 feet damage. You take like 5, like I don't roll a d6, it's 5 points of damage for every 10 feet.
Yes, but if it's 10 feet falling, then I treat it as 10 feet less. It's like there's no falling at all.
Right. So that's the good news. The bad news is it's not a d6 going, oh, remember we were rolling d6s for Corey running through the ground, right? No, I just go, I cut the distance in half and that's your damage. Flat number, which is brutal. Sorry, Bella Luna, you were saying.
I'm just going to continue moving towards the room they're all in.
Okay. And you have a 30?
Yeah.
Okay. 25 will get you to the door.
Okay.
30 gets you in. So,
okay.
And the best you can do is, at this point, is there's a guy sticking, like, he's in your way. There's a bunch of scrabbling up top, and the only target you have is goblin legs and butt sticking out of a hole in the ceiling.
Okay.
But you do technically have an action left.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to yell what the hell's going on up there.
Okay. Talk to me, people. So, letting go and backing off. Enormous fly number 1. You are grabbing me, you are tasty, and it chases you. Okay? That's the bad news. The good news is, in a not flanking but side position, okay, right at its feet, up pops a goblin. So yes, he actually does change its target because chasing you down, it's further meal. Closest meal, good. And I don't have to fight my brother or consort for this. So one's going to attack you, the one that you grabbed, because it's offended. The one you hit doesn't like you. And the other one turns on the new meal that pops up. So, starting with Corey, did we have any action going with the old full defense? Any luck? I've not heard from my sources. Oh, you know what? I think that might be something I can smite you with. I might say full defense. Friendly, fat-footed, fascinated, encumbered, frightened, friendly, fleeing. No. Alright. I thought maybe full defense was something I could, like, place on you. It's got to be at least 2.
You can defend yourself as a standard action. You get a +4 dodge bonus to your AC for 1 round. Your AC improves at the start of the action.
Okay.
It's called total defense in 2E.
Okay.
Like.
And it costs you how many actions?
It doesn't say
just
here.
Pretty much what you're doing?
Yeah,
okay.
I can't really.
Okay. If it's total defense...
no, you can defend yourself as a standard action. So it's as a standard action.
like so 1.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that sounds good. So it's probably more like for the... Is it the same round? Yeah, it's like for a single round. Okay. So, sir,
yeah,
I will
basically
just try to bite you at a -4, Corey, simulating said +4 that you've just gotten. Okay. Choose away, and yes, that does the trick. Swatting at it with your little dagger. It follows the movements and jumping around. I turn and move towards you. 1 action. I attack you once at -4 to simulate your whatchamacallit. I try to bite you a second time at -9. 4 for your defense, 5 for my second attack. And with an 18, I actually managed to hit you through some kind of crazy miracle. Oh, that was -1. Sorry, my bad. Oh, no, that's right, because I have a +8. It's -1. No, that actually works. I have a really good chance to hit you. 5 points of damage as these mandibles do manage to bypass your eye.
Wow.
So just to be clear, an 18 plus my 8 minus 5 is 3, which would have been 23, and your AC jumping up 4 is still not as high as like 22. So Okay, so chomping away at you. Can I have... Oh, he chews, he spits, he yums, and you slump to the ground unconscious. And you gain the dying condition 1. So we're going to come up to you, sir. I'm going to slap this condition on you. Nothing personal. Deafen, dying. You are dying 1. And we'll get back to that in a moment. So that's the first fly. Done. Second fly is going to try his luck with his brand new friend. You have cover because you're sitting in... what's cover give you? Is it 2 or 4? You're only half sticking out with a trap door behind you. That's not exactly a full target. You should be able to get some kind of cover. Cover. Sorry, I'm just scanning my DM screens, which never seem to have anything I need at the time. Travel speed.
Standard cover gives a +2 circumstance bonus.
Okay. And full cover gives them way better, but this is standard like a door.
+4, I think it would be.
So I will take...
In the Fantasy Grounds modifiers window, there is a button for those cover.
Whereabouts?
In the plus or minus modifiers, it's the plus or minus.
Oh, okay.
Button.
So what's lesser, standard, and greater? Are they all there? Lesser would be like a doorway with +1. Standard would be +2, like a half wall. Greater cover would be like cowering behind a wall, I'm assuming. Probably.
Greater's like, taking cover action.
Okay. All right. So if I... So instead of the -2, because that, just putting the penalty, would have worked, but standard cover, engaged. And then I try to attack you. Still, with a massive 18 is still good enough for hit, sir. Apologies. Ouch. As this thing starts chewing your face. 6 points +3 for 9 points of damage. This thing, mandibles come slamming down into the top of your shoulder. An enormous pinch. And we're going to put you on my list of something interesting later.
Lursa, help.
What can I do? Well, on your turn, I'll do a bunch of things. That is my first attack on you. You still have standard cover, and now at a -5 penalty for my second attack with a 2 at a critical miss. So this thing actually chomps on you and then tries to tear, right? And takes a step back, and its leg gets like caught in all those creaking floorboards or whatever, because it's getting so excited, it's thrashing about, right? Remember how the monk did his flip and came down hard? He caused a splinter, and now you guys see fly legs coming through the ceiling, and I get stuck. I can free myself with escape roll, but I'm kind of held at the moment. And I negate my last action, which brings us to the Astra, Krega, Nargrin show. Astra, you're up. Krega, you're on deck. Lucy's purring away and doesn't have much in the way of ideas just yet.
Okay. I come into the room.
Okay.
Look up. Do I see this fly's leg?
You do. There's 2 legs and a tiny bit of carcass. I will give this sucker greater cover. So if you click on the plus and minus button at the top right on the stone, but right?
I know.
Activate greater cover and then make your attack. It should give me greater cover.
All right. Will do.
At least she has her target now. It's pretty cool.
$17.
Okay. Oh, did you not? Sorry. I didn't have this thing targeted.
I did. It says -4.
No, I mean like I didn't target the creature.
Oh.
Anyway, 17. Let me just double check. So your +7 hit is normal?
Yes.
Okay, so it's actually like a 13, I'm guessing, because I didn't have a target for you. This thing's AC is 17 by itself. So with its cover...
Okay, so I miss.
You do. You try again, or are you good?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Shoot him. This is getting very confusing, but you know, we do what we can. And while she's shooting away, Craiga, tell me what you wish to do next.
Move on.
I'm going to try to get into the room with these guys.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20 for an action. 5, 10, 20. Okay. You got to use a triple move to put you in the room, but you can get into the room, but you're done. Because you can't stop on a friendly.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Okay. What'd you get? 5 for a critical miss. Okay. You shoot and the good...
No, a critical miss is a 1. I rolled a 3.
Yes, critical miss. A critical miss is missing by 10 or more or a natural 1. A critical hit is hitting by 10 or more or a natural 20. So we only do the crazy stuff with the natural 1s and 20s. For in this case, what's going to happen is you shoot the floor and this thing wiggles and debris starts raining down on the center of the room where it is, and some debris is going to fall on your friendo. What is your reflex, ma'am?
9.
Okay. Debris falls and gets into your eyes, and you must spend a round like clearing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Astra's taken 2 shots, and the third one's dangerous, so I'm assuming Astra's done.
Yes.
Okay. Craig, you're in position. You see quarter of a fly butt and couple legs. They're shooting at it.
No, I
Oh, right. Sorry.
I just ran into
you
the
just
room,
you just ran. Oh, right, because we're getting back to Astra. Sorry. Which brings us to Nargrim. Nasty chunk out of your shoulder, hurting badly. Took 9 points. You're down to 4. You can get up into the room to where the other fly left and actually, start.
I know my buddy's up here, and if I drop out of here, he's toast. I can see him on the ground. I'll yell to my. Sorry, go ahead. Yep.
No, I was going to say, if you drop down, somebody else can take your place.
Okay. Well, what I'll do then is do I have a free action to like let go and drop down, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can I make my actions to do that first and then drop down at the end of my turn?
You can just let go and drop. Okay.
Or can I do a couple of things for? Can I like cast like throw my fireball, my little produce flame first, and then drop down, or do I have to?
Well, right now you're technically climbing. You're in a hole, which means you need 2 free hands, and you're hanging on with 3. So you need to either get up in here and start casting as an action, or you could just like let go and fall. A controlled descent still might be considered action. You'd have the butt to shoot at, but it'd be a bigger, harder AC. So basically, if you want to shoot safely, come down and nurse those hit points, and may not hit because of the massive cover this thing has. If you want to get up there into the fray, get up there and fire away, but you are not a melee combatant. You are the witch. It's very dangerous. Up to you.
Yeah, I will. I'll drop down and then see if I can throw the fireball at or produce flame after that.
Okay. Go right ahead.
All right, and then it's gonna be it's got cover on me now. What kind of cover does it have?
Greater cover.
It's still greater cover. There's no butt hanging out there.
Well, that's the butt, but I'm saying like it's considering its size. So hit the greater cover button yourself.
Plus minus here. Where are we here? Greater cover. All right.
And then fire away.
And then we're gonna cast my actions.
Okay.
Produce flame, and see what happens there. No, I rolled a 13. I think
13 and a miss. What a precarious situation as we go into round 3 next week. Say goodnight, Mr. Anvilbender.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
I'm in danger.
Oh, you're all in danger.
Hey, we're not in the ceiling.